KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome everybody to a beautiful Tuesday here. We are broadcasting out of Allen, Nebraska, out of the Winnebago Big Voice station here. I'd like to welcome in my co-host, MC Eves, that's going to be helping us drive. We send our well wishes to DJ Bethani, who is out sick. But how you doing, MC Eves, fresh off of Easter weekend?
I am doing just great.
Whoa, let's see here. Check you out again.
Aho.
There you are, man.
I am doing just great. Had a great little weekend, and glad to be back at work for the second day.
All right, and so you're going to be helping us drive, so make sure you get the camera, as nobody's seen you on camera yet. So you're going to have to throw.
That's a good thing.
Switch it over, right?
Oh, that's a good thing. No? Might break it, boss.
We're going to get right into it, folks. We do have a great lineup here, so if you have an opportunity, make sure
everybody.
Yeah, make sure you share, let people know that Winnebago Talks. We have the Kikija Day, as well as the Winnebago Behavioral Health Department and Winnebago Public Health Department. Dr. Mona Zavante here to talk about some things that we're going to be discussing. We also have the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare crew. They debuted the Win Portal Patient Portal. We'll find out more information as that comes along. We have the University of South Dakota that's going to be having the 52nd annual celebration, the Wachipi, that's going to be happening this weekend. We have University of Iowa, who's going to be celebrating their 28th annual powwow. That's coming up the weekend after USD powwow. And then we have Little Priest Tribal College that's going to be honoring the graduates on May 8th, 2026. Not only that, but we're going to discuss what would you do, WWUD. I appreciate everybody comments. We have the first ever Big Voice submission. So it caught on, part 1, then part 2, and this is going to be part 3. We have the rant of the day, we have the joke of the day, and then we'll always end out with the good relative of the day. So we're going to get right into it. I'd like to welcome in these two ladies that are going to be helping us on out. And I'll turn the microphone on over to you so that you can give us your introduction. Go for it.
Hi, Napi. It's still in the morning time. Good morning, everybody. My name is Cassie Kitchian. I work for Kikija Day, our Community Crisis Response Program. I'm the program coordinator, and happy to be here and share some of our information about our crisis line.
Definitely. Thank you, Cassie. And we also have
Haini P. Hanach Hini Karagiwina. Good morning. I greet you all a good day. This is Mona Zafanti, the Chief Public Health Officer.
Thank you, Dr. Z, for helping us on out. So we are going to be discussing some of the things. Just kind of a forewarning here is that there's a word out there that is going to be said. And so if you have to, tune out for a couple moments, if it's triggering, anything like that, but the word is suicide. And I know that Kikija Day has been around for about a year, 2 years, going on 2 years, maybe 3. And the word Kikija Day carries a lot of meaning. Can you explain the philosophy behind the name and how it reflects the way you show up for someone in crisis?
So when we, just to kind of tell our story a little bit, we're in our 4th year, and but as far as our crisis line, we just launched last November, not this past year, but the year before. So with that, we wanted to rebrand our program, because we're a mobile crisis team. We're a crisis response program. But we wanted to, of course, incorporate our Ho-Chunk values, teachings, and language into our program, because that's who we are and that's who we serve. So I worked with Ho-Chunk Renaissance, worked with Blue Saints here in naming us. And the Kikija Day means help each other. And really what that means is, being a good relative and always putting out that lifeline, always going out and reaching out to people and being that support and that person that someone needs.
Yeah, for sure. We always have a hard time to ask for help. I do, as far as like, hey, Kevin, can you help me do a daily task or something in my job? And I was just like, I'm just going to handle it myself and things like that. But so there's kind of that stigma out there is that people are often afraid for even calling for help. And when you're crying and vulnerable and all this and that, you know what I mean? You don't want to pick up the phone and talk to a stranger, right? But what would you say to somebody when they're asking or need help that they should call, right? Is that the process?
Yes. So we want to help everybody. We want to reach out to people. We want to be that confidential person that you can turn to. So I would tell somebody to not be scared, not worry that we'll judge. You know, we go through a lot of training in this field, and one of the biggest things is to be come from a non-judgmental lens. So no matter what they say, we're not going to judge them. We're not going to treat them any differently. We're going to meet them where they're at. And so with that, also, people are worried about confidentiality. And that's another part of the training. And in this field, you know, there's legal responsibilities of protecting people's information.
Yeah.
So in a small town, of course, that's tough. People are like, oh, well, you live here, you work here, you're going to tell somebody what I say.
Yeah.
And that's not the case, you know. So I want people to know that they could come to us and feel that it's a safe space and that they could say anything they want. We do have obligations to report if they are going to hurt themselves or somebody else. But
Definitely.
with that, we want to be that person, that intervention, and the people to turn to before the need escalates.
Right. And far as utilizing your service, can anybody, does it have to be the person that's in crisis, or like if I'm a concerned parent, or let's say a concerned auntie or anybody like that, coworker, friend?
So of course, in our community, we're very family oriented. We have a extensive kinship network. So of course, we're always looking out for our relatives. So it's always okay to call us if you're concerned about a relative. Now, we are a voluntary program, so as long as that relative is open to speaking to us,
Yeah.
it's that warm handoff. Like the relative calls us, hey, I'm worried about my grandson. Can you talk to him?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, we're more than happy to go see him as long as he's willing to accept our help. So that's the part that we're not forcing anybody.
And the key word there is that you'll go to them, right? And that's something that is a service that not a lot of people is like, you have to come down to us and all this and that. But if you're, again, in a dark spot, or if you know somebody that's in a dark spot, they'll come and respond to that crisis and stuff. And so, Dr. Z, I got a couple questions for you. Is that, I think that you grew up, been around this area for a long, long time. I grew up around this area, Cassie, as well and stuff. I know that she was on the East Coast for a couple years and stuff, and then came home. But when we were growing up, it was like, man, you don't cry, you don't show emotion, you don't do all this and now that and stuff. What would you say to those people that kind of grew up in that mentality? It's like, what you seen on TV is you got to be strong and all this and that and stuff. But you explained it to me really good. You said if you go to a doctor, if you have a broken arm, you get hurt, something like that, that's something physical. But nowadays, and it made sense to me, it just clicked to me, is that at times we can't see, like our spirit needs some remedy, needs some help, needs our spirit health, basically, and stuff. But what would you say to those people?
Well, of course, I don't see it as weakness to reach for help, right? And so I think that we just need to look at it as just like what you said, is like if we have a physical ailment, right, we go to the doctor. This is just a doctor for your soul, a doctor for your spirit, and it's just a different way of looking at it, because we all need support, and that's our wajoki, right?
Yeah.
That's our support.
Yeah.
But Cassie and her team, our behavioral health, our recovery program, and all of our staff, I mean, it's not just them, right? YEP Nagu, they all show up for. And that is your wajoki, if you think of it like that.
Yeah.
Like, this is my sister.
Yeah.
That's my brother.
Right.
We show up for one another, and we have to remember that those relationships are sacred, and they're dear to us. And so if we think of it like that, It's different.
Right.
Right? We're going to go see my relative because she's going to help me work through these things that I need. And everybody's crisis looks different. I mean, I had a hard time picking out my Bucky's. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what? Everybody's looks different, especially our youth. You know, sometimes things affect them a lot differently because they have all those emotions going on.
Yeah.
And so we're just here to help support in whatever that is that shows up for them. And we will show up for you.
We often hear about warning signs, but in a tight-knit community like ours and stuff, what are the subtle changes in a neighbor or relative's behavior that we should maybe reach out to you?
So there might be, it's not often that someone's going to outright say that they're thinking of maybe completing suicide. But there'll be subtle behaviors like giving away items, saying goodbyes, saying when I'm gone, I want this and that. So there's those subtle yet direct signs and things that people will say. If they have children, they'll say, be good to my children, make sure they have this and that, those types of things. And even seclusion. So stopping participating in things that people used to enjoy. If someone loved basketball and now all of a sudden they stopped, they quit the team, or they're not choosing to play anymore. Those kind of, I guess, aren't so subtle, but change in behaviors like that, secluding themselves, not answering phone calls or text messages, those types of things. A lot of times our relatives, when we're suffering the most, we can't see the light. We can't see the positive side of it. We say we're alone, nobody cares, when that's definitely not true, but we feel it, so then that's our reality. So if we have our relatives or wajoki that notice those signs and put out that, text, hey, just checking on you, what's going on? Those things can really change things. They can really make a difference. So keeping in contact, reaching out, and then referring them to the services that they may need. And all of these things, there's not one perfect solution for everybody.
Yeah.
We all come with our own trauma. We all come with our own stories. And it's not a one-size-fits-all, but those are some general warning signs. And it's always just knowing that we're here. I think just knowing that, hey, there's a crisis team that will come and talk to you. We also have an amazing behavioral health team. The therapists are amazing. And they're always, they're so busy. They're booked up so much and that's a good thing. People are going to see them.
Right.
But I think that's a testament to how good they are, and how much they do help our community. But it's anybody. If they don't want to maybe talk to us, we could even talk with their relative and say, hey, we could guide them through the process, whatever helps.
Yeah.
We're really, there's really no limit to what we are willing to do to help somebody.
I was interested, and this conversation is not directed to anybody or anything like that. What we're trying to do is, as a community, there's always seems to be like a kind of an uptick or in this and stuff, but we need to help each other, and that's what we're here today. So I appreciate your time, Dr. Z, your time for coming up. But I looked at some statistics. The national picture, and there's some hope here, folks, is that Alaskan Indian or Alaskan Natives, also American Native people, they have the highest suicide rate of any racial or ethnic group in the United States. In 2024, suicide death rate was approximately 22.5 per 1,000. That's around 13%. There's a disproportionate risk in recent reporting years. Individuals of American descent were 91% more likely to die by suicide than the general U.S. population. It's the leading cause of death. Suicide is the second leading cause for Alaskan Indian or American Indian youth and adults between the ages of 10 and 24. And then also in a recent survey in 2023 and 2024, 25% of American Indian high school students reported seriously considering suicide in the past year. Now, while those national rates are, those are hard to hear, there was a significant 30% decline in suicide rates among American Indian youth ages 10 to 24 between 2021 and 2023, showing that prevention efforts and community programs are making a difference, such as Kikija Day. So you guys do some other events, other outreach things, and then you guys also respond. We put up a graphic down at the big screen. You also have a billboard right at that roundabout. So if you need to run down there in the middle of the night and write that number down, there's a after hours. So I'll turn it over to you guys. If somebody's in crisis, what do we do?
So our team, the mobile crisis team, will respond to you in person during the regular work hours,
Okay.
8 to 4:30. Then we have an after or crisis line that we man 24/7. So there's always a rotating.
Somebody on call.
There's on call, yes.
And
So-
it's not somebody that's like 988 is like, I'm not sure who I'm going to get. You have your guys' team,
Yes,
right?
we have our crisis workers, but we also have the behavioral health crisis line. So that's an additional. We're lucky to have both numbers. We're lucky to have
cool.
an immense,
Yeah.
So we have our crisis line, the Kikija Day, and then we have the behavioral health after hours crisis line, which
Yeah.
the difference is we have crisis workers who are entry level but have intense training in crisis response, and then we have licensed therapists that answer the other line. And that's a rotating on-call basis that one of the 3 therapists will answer. So maybe you prefer one of the other, maybe you want to call both. There's
Yeah.
no limit to what, how many times you can call or, what time of night.
Right.
The idea was to have a mobile crisis response overnight, but through different changes in our team, and we're just not there yet.
Yeah.
But we will be coordinating more with the police department and responding more with them. So that'll change.
Right.
Yeah, so if you can't remember any of those numbers,
Yeah.
because sometimes you can't, especially when you're in crisis, right? You could just call the PD, and then they can provide those numbers, especially Kikija Day, as they're going to be working with them very closely
And
to
I
get
think
them.
you're going to display Kevin's going to display the numbers and stuff. If there is somebody listening right now on KWTN who feels overwhelmed or like the community would be better off without them, what is one thing you want them to know in this moment?
Everybody has a purpose, and everybody is valued, and they're all loved. And I think that's the most important, is that we love you. You might not know it, but we do. Like, I love everybody in this community, even some challenging members of our community, but I still love you, and I want the best for you. So please reach out to Kikija Day or mental health, behavioral health, or recovery if you're having issues with substances. That sometimes goes hand in hand, and so that's what I would say.
I would say that you're not alone, and that that you matter,
Yeah.
and that you're valued, and that this community wouldn't be the same without you, and that even if it feels like you're alone, you're not.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest things is when something as tragic as someone completing suicide happens, it's because they think that's the only solution to their problems. And if we can't solve your problems, obviously we can't solve all your problems. What we're going to do is connect you with an agency, a resource that will help alleviate that.
Yeah.
And then connect you with maybe some long-term therapy or recovery services, and really get into what's really going on, because it's not just that. It's not just I feel lonely. There's other things, and in behavioral health, there's intense therapy you could participate in that, where you could get to some of those things and ultimately heal.
Yeah.
We're all suffering. We're all grieving, and that's what I mean by you're not alone. We just all have different coping skills, and you have to find your medicine, and that's what will help.
Yeah.
Thank you for those words and stuff. I want to share a story with you. There's a couple things. I got a call to action. There's something that I want to do just to see if we can do this. It was a byproduct of your idea during the pandemic. We were starting to have these virtual meetings because we were sheltered in place. we were not connected and stuff. And it's like, how are we able to connect with our relatives and stuff? And we start having these virtual Zoom meetings and stuff. And you guys used to do those pandemic updates every Thursday. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. But I want to take you back to 15 years ago, is that one of my relatives passed away in Rosebud and by suicide. And I remember my uncle, his name's Mike One Star. And during a portion of the funeral, he got up and he said, and I remember the exact words, he says, I want you to know that I love you all. Even if nobody tells you that they love you, I love you. And that, wow, I was just like, wow, that is amazing that he got up and said that. And he said, if you ever want to talk, I'll be willing to listen. So this leads me to my call to action here. If you guys can help me out, the big voicers, the people that are online, those people that are tuning in here, there's a couple things that I would like us to do. Is that one is that, suicide, we call it spirit health, right? Let's think of it in that manner. Is that, hey, we can't see it. It's not physical or anything like that, but our spirit, we all have a spirit that we pray to, that has been prayed for us, and that, when we are done with our bodies here on this earth, our spirit will journey on with our other relatives and stuff. So it's that sometimes we need help to warrior you up on our spirit, and there's people out there that help us and stuff. But this one is called the three person, all right? So right now, I want everyone to think of 3 people that you haven't checked on in a week. After the show ends, just send them a text or pull over and visit, and that just say, how are you doing? Just checking in with them. That might go a long ways and stuff. You ran during September these suicide prevention campaigns, and it says, just saying, how are you doing today goes a long way. So we can do that. A lot of us have our cell phones and stuff, but think about 3 people that you haven't, and I got them in my mind too. And so I'm going to try this and see how are they doing and stuff. You know what I mean? Just to check in. I haven't checked in in a while. Spring's coming around the corner and stuff. How you been? And that might be surprised and stuff. Always end the conversation with, I love you.
Yep.
I think that's very important and stuff. So anything else you ladies want to say here? Appreciate the time. Really, it's an important time in our community right now to get this message out.
And I just want to say, I know, like we have to take care of each other, and we don't want to trigger anybody. And with recent, losses, I don't want this to be misconstrued as being insensitive. We really, we need to talk about it. We need to help one another, and we can't brush this under the rug. We got to be proactive and share our services, share this line. And so that's why we're here. We just want to really put out a call to action and put our number out there and let people know. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe nobody knows about us. I don't know. I want more people to call us, and that's why we're here.
You had the mental health bingo where you fired off some trivia, and I was the MC for it and stuff, and I learned a lot just through doing that. But we had kind of like a question and answer session and a trivia session, and people really enjoyed that and stuff. Do you guys have any events coming up? I know you guys just got done with the big Easter egg hunt last what was it, Friday, and it was cold, and I'm not gonna get into that. But it was a good time. Anything, but you guys have health fair or anything coming up?
So,
No, go ahead.
actually, Kikijide just recently relocated to Ho-Chunk Village. So our office space is now where the domestic violence office used to be. So we're right, what is that? East of Woodland Trails in the Live and Work building.
Yep.
We're in between Warhorse and Big Fire.
Yeah.
We don't have big signage up yet, but that's coming. So we're there now. So there's a location that's off-site, off the main campus of the hospital, and we see it as a positive thing. We're in the community. We're a little secluded, I guess you would say, and there's less people around so that you could maybe feel more confident in coming in. So anyway, that's where we're at, but our services haven't changed. So our numbers are all the same.
Okay.
So we'll be having open house. We're still working on that. So more to come on that. And we are working on having another golf tournament in June.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, so
Definitely.
that was a big.
There's
mental
a lot
health.
of conversations that take place. I did not know that and stuff, but just that there's anybody can join into that golf tournament as well.
It was focused on men's mental health, that because June is Men's Mental Health Month. But we had a lot of feedback from our female relatives that they want to have fun too. So
Yeah.
we're trying to work through that and see how we can incorporate everybody.
Definitely.
And I think starting tomorrow at noon, dress warm, and you can go out to Land of Wellness, and they're starting a behavioral health recovery wellness center. A whole bunch of WPHD got together to do a walk every Wednesday and Friday at noon.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, if you've completed so many steps or miles, they have something for you. I'm not even going to tell you what it is because I forgot what it was, but I'm sure it's really good. And then, of course, the health fair, annual health fair, will be coming up soon. And so I believe that's May 27th. And then the spiritual walk will be May 21st. So
Okay.
yeah.
We'll
so-
see you then to come back up here to promote those again.
Yes,
So thank
I
you
will
for
come
coming
back.
up. Yeah. I want to say a couple things here is that let's do this again because I know that I grew up saying, don't talk about that, don't say that word, especially nowadays and stuff, you know. But we have to change the stigma because we got to save our relatives. So I'm asking you guys, as the big voices, that to help us, you know, break through that stigma and let's get our relatives help and stuff, that spirit help that they
Yep.
need. So keep up the good work. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was going to say, I remember one time I had a phone conversation with one of my bros. When I ended the conversation, I told him I loved him, and you thought that was pretty damn cool.
It was.
You know
It
what I mean?
was.
Because that's the way I do speak to my friends. you
Yeah.
know?
Yep. Definitely. For sure. We have some folks here from the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System as we transition. Coming up here, folks, we have some interviews from the University of Iowa, University of South Dakota, Little Priest Tribal College. They have some powwow celebrations that are going to be taking place, and so
I do see them in. They're in our waiting room.
Okay, cool. And we want to make sure that you guys get that announcement. And then today, I think is going to be the best ever. What would you do? WWUD. But we'd like to welcome in the folks here from Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System. If you haven't heard, they're going to tell you about it. But congratulations, you guys have a new endeavor that's going to make patient access care that much better. So go ahead and give us your introductions.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Erin McRoy Flores. I'm the communications manager at WCHS, and I'm here today with.
Hi, I'm Beth Wewell. I'm here as the CFO and as the person that is over the health information management.
Wow.
And part
pulled
of-
up the big guns here today because the CFO and the marketing manager, we really appreciate you guys coming on up here and stuff. But I'm going to turn it on over to you ladies. Tell us the good news and how do we use it and go ahead and run through the whole orientation.
You want to go first?
This is huge.
No, I do not.
Okay. Okay. Well, so we're here today because we want to share that WCHS has launched Winnebago's first ever patient portal experience.
Okay.
This is basically access for all of our patients to be able to access their health record online.
Wow.
In real
Cool.
time. So as people make changes and as people, you have labs, you have tests done,
Yeah.
your doctor has a note that they sign off on, all of the things from your visit, you update your medications list, anything that we see in our system, now you can see it on your own.
Wow.
In real time. And so it's very exciting, and it's available online on our website. You can kind of click up in the corner where it says Win Health Portal, or your provider can send you an email that helps you create credentials, all of that kind of good jazz. But we're just super excited. This has kind of been a long time coming. We had to transition networks, then we had to transition electronic health record system, and now it's the patient facing part. And so we're very, very excited to share it with our patients.
Okay,
I think
so-
that's really cool because the VA, I've been working with the VA on disability claims and stuff like that way, and having to go into look at your medical record so you can go in and see what it actually says now, instead of going through the whole process of, I think that's really cool. And that's something the VA needs, our VA here in town needs to know about that, so that way they can help veterans, assist them with filing their claims.
And seeing what's going on so that you can know when you need to follow up with something. When
So-
you haven't heard something, you can.
Can you bring up a screen
empowered.
online so that we can see this in action, or is there a way like we can
that's
just see
a-
the front page or anything like that? Kevin, do you mind turning
If
this?
you don't have an account, then I don't know that we'll be able to do it today for a drive. But how about this? How about I come back sometime
There
and
you
I'll
go.
do a demo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you say,
I can
Beth?
Do that.
I think that's great. I was going to say the most incredible thing that I think that I use at my provider is that I can make an appointment. So if I'm starting to feel sick and I don't, want to have to wait and call in the morning because I forget things, I can go right online and I can click make an appointment. And I can put in my symptoms and I can get an appointment with my provider. It is really amazing. I like that part very much.
Yeah, that is really cool. And right now, we have a lot of patients that will like call in, right? And they'll call for numbers, and we have a very helpful team of operators and PARs that help them schedule appointments, and it's great. And nothing about that is going to change. Nothing's going away, but this is just another option so that maybe you're sick, at midnight, and you don't want to call, but you want to make an appointment for tomorrow morning. You have a sick, you're not feeling well.
Game changer.
It's a game changer because you can just go and do that on your own when you're thinking about it, not when we're ready to serve you with that service.
2:00 in the morning. Who else can you call?
Yeah, basically, I think it's going to be very cool. Something that I think is really helpful is I like the immediacy. So basically, what you can see now on the portal is when I go to get lab results, I'll be wondering, hey, did they get that test done? My provider hasn't called me. I'm wondering, like, what's going on? What's happening with my lab result? And then it's Friday, and then it's, I'm not going to call over the weekend, So I'm worried about it. Well, now I could log in and see, okay, that test result is done. And it might not be something that I can understand because maybe I'm not great at reading lab test results, but I could maybe Google it or have a question, and then I can message my provider and ask that question. So I
Wow.
can now message my care team, and they can know that I saw the result and that I have questions about it,
Yeah.
And so just really helping assist in empowering our patients to make those connections and not just relying on, well, they said they were going to call,
Yeah.
Now you can see what's going on and have a little bit more of an actual question when you call, because you can see, hey, it looks like it's high. Is it supposed to be high for me? Like,
Yeah,
is that normal?
definitely.
All of that kind of stuff, and that's what I think I like the most is the like empowerment of when I have a question, not I have to remember to ask my provider that next visit. I have to remember,
Yeah.
I can do it in the moment, and I think that's
Right.
going to be really cool for our patients.
And I got the web portal up now. I mean, just the advertisement of it. Not actually going into it.
And then if you scroll down there's an ability to create an account and log in. And so you can either, if you already have an account, obviously you can sign in, or you could create an account. So if you click that link, this screen that you're seeing is kind of where people would go. They'd click that tab that says create an account. And then as long as everything that they put in these fields matches up with a record that we have on file, they'll be able to create an account on their own without talking to someone.
But
And
let's be clear, we don't always get all of the data that we need. So if it comes up and says that you can't create an account, you just need to know that we'll be reaching back out to you. We have a team of people that are reaching out and saying, hey, I see that you tried to create an account. Let me make sure that we have everything right in our system so that you can do that and create that account. Like, you don't have my email, my home email, so I would need to call in or wait for them to call me. They were calling every day and resetting everything and getting it ready to go.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool system. It basically sells anytime that someone tries to create an account and it has a failure or doesn't match up, then it gets them on a work list, and our team is actively calling to kind of help people through those processes
Nice.
on their own. But also it'll give you a number and an email that you can call if you're not wanting to wait. If you want to jump to the front of the line,
Yeah.
so to speak, go right ahead and do that too. But yeah, we want to help as many people as we can now that it's available.
Yeah.
Log in and create accounts, and I've heard some great things so far. We're only one day into it being available to our patients, so we had a lot of staff do it yesterday.
Oh, cool.
And I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is neat." And they're kind of looking around, seeing what it does, and if they like it, and all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, I just really encourage everyone to check it out, and that's kind of what we thought we'd come on here today to share
Yeah,
with you.
appreciate the good news, and then
Awesomeness.
also this tool looks like it's going to take us into the next realm of healthcare and make sure. Is there any events like maybe my Gaga or Choka or something like that doesn't really get around good with the cell phones or mobile or computer? Do you have anything to
Yeah.
suggest for them?
Yeah. So a combination of things. Our plan is to kind of table at lots of our events. So like that upcoming health fair that Mona mentioned and all of
Okay.
that, have kind of a booth available to talk people through.
Yeah.
But also we have kind of a team identified inside the hospital. So our benefits team, when you kind of go across from primary care where you check in for central registration, that office right across the way there, they have somebody who could sit down with you and kind of look at your phone with you if you are interested in using it. But then I also want to say it's optional. Right? So if you don't want to use it or if you don't want to log in and you want to do what you're used to doing, please don't feel the need that you have to. Nothing is required. Nothing is only available in the portal.
Yeah.
You know, the idea is to give people who are interested in using it the ability to do so.
So can I also say
for
that
it.
the cool part, because I'm a Gen Xer, right? I have kids, and I also have, well, I have my husband, but I also used to have my parents. And if your Chaka can't do it, that's fine. If she wants you to be the person who looks at it, we have the ability to give proxies, and I could, if my kid is older than necessary,
Yeah.
but I could see his records if he wanted me to,
Gotcha,
and
yeah.
so that requires a little bit of extra help. I don't think I could do that by myself, but our team can absolutely help you, and so that's pretty cool, I think, as well. If I don't want to be the one that looks at my record, somebody else.
Yeah.
I can give somebody else the ability to do that.
Thank you for that information.
It's
Definitely.
very cool. There's two types of viewership for records. So one is I could do it on my own. I could share somebody's ability to view my record. So if I want to share it with my my spouse, or maybe I just want my daughter to be able to review my med list, because
Yeah.
she kind of goes with me to appointments. So I want to share with her. That's something you can do on your own through the portal account. And then there's the proxy access that Beth is kind of describing. And that's whenever you have the proper paperwork on file to kind of have access to help manage someone's health
Yeah.
decisions. When we work with our office to make sure all of the stuff is on file, then we can link accounts so that you could, in theory, a mom could have 3 kids,
Right.
and then they could have access to each of those kids' accounts, so that if it's back to school time and she's scheduling her back to school exams, she could request appointments for each of her children.
Yeah, physicals.
Yeah,
For sure,
and
for sure.
yeah. So
Well, thank you
very
for
cool.
this information. We really appreciate it. And this is part 1 of your guys' announcement and stuff, because you guys are going to be coming back up here. We'll get more in depth, and then also we're probably going to send a team down there of our department just to check out, make us run through it. I know that you guys have a Facebook page, and you guys have been posting videos and reels on that. I seen Melanie on there on yesterday's announcement, and as well as you.
Yep.
And you guys also have a website.
We do. We have a website. It's wchs.health, www.wchs.health.
Okay.
And the link to the portal is kind of right up there in the top right-hand corner. So log in and check it out. One more thing I probably should mention while we're here is that there's 2 ways you can look at it. You can do it through a browser, through the internet on your phone or on your device, on a website. But there's also an app that you could download. So once
Okay.
you've created an
Is that
account,
that
if
mHealth?
it's easier, you can use the mHealth app, and you can download it. There's a kind of a picture of it. I have it here in this graphic, and it'll be on the site to kind of the clicking links to download it for an Android or an iPhone. But basically, you have the ability to download the app. You can find it in your Apple store or your Play Store, and you can just download mHealth and then log into your account on the app, and then it might be easier access for you all the time,
Yeah.
so you don't have to keep logging in or keep going to find it, that kind of thing.
Beth, we appreciate you coming on up.
Thank
Aaron,
you.
thank you for the news and the information as well.
Yeah.
So appreciate you guys coming up. You
Thanks
guys
for
have
having us.
Yeah, have a good day.
Thank
good
you.
to see you guys. There you have it. Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System doing some good things with technology and whatnot. And make sure you utilize that service as much as possible if you are interested in that. So we have some more announcements, and we're going to get some brochures. So we'll also post this on our Winnebago Big Voice Facebook page. We are broadcasting on our terrestrial 100.9 FM, as we like to call upon our next guest. I don't know, Kevin, if you can holler out there or tell them to come on in, but I believe it's Little Priest Tribal College. We have the University of South Dakota, University of Iowa, and some people that are going to be joining us online as well as we get into this next section here. So this is is this weekend. We have the University of South Dakota that's going to be holding their, I believe, a milestone, the 52nd year. And we'll kind of go from there. So go ahead and throw on the headphones. Yep, if you guys can get mic'd up. And then do we have some people online?
Yes, we do.
All right. Can you just go ahead and have them join in, and we'll just have a big...
You might have to work with me on this one.
Yep.
So I'm up here in the corner.
Okay.
How do I turn them all on? Or do I go one at a time?
Yep, just go there. There we go. Hello, how you doing? I'm Garan, and let's see here. It's good to see you guys. It looks like we got Joel Maxwell. We have the ladies from the University of South Dakota, and this is, I believe, Sophia. How you doing? It's good to see you. All righty, and let's see here. We have Egan Greenwald. How you doing? And then if you scroll up there, Kevin, who else do we have? Oh,
hold on. Lost it. There we go.
There we go. Looks like we have the Teoshpe. All right, ladies, you want to give us your introduction?
Oh, hi, everyone. My name is Jesslyn Deserly. I'm the Vice President of Teoshpe Student Council here at USD, and I'm currently a third-year undergrad student majoring in health sciences.
Hi, my name is Melody Scott. I am co-president of TUSB Student Council. I'm also a third-year student studying legal studies.
Nice. Okay, so University of South Dakota. Do we have anybody else from USD in the house?
Nope, not today.
Okay, and then we have the folks from the University of Iowa in the house. Go ahead and give us your introduction.
Cha. Thank you for having us on your radio show today, Garan. My name's Joe, and I'm a co-chair of this year's powwow and a graduate student studying urban planning.
Thank you, Joe. Who else do we have? Go ahead and just go around the room here.
I'll go. Hi, I'm Sophie Shikazi. I'm a first year here at the university, and I am playing the powwow.
Yeah. Thank you, Sophie. It's good to see you again. We also have... Anybody else want to make mention here? Let's see here. Kevin, I believe we have Egan.
Mic's not working.
Oh, her mic's not working. Okay. And then we also have Adam.
I'm Adam Potter. I'm a senior HR specialist here at the University of Iowa, and I serve as the advisor for the powwow committee.
Adam, it's good to see you again, man. I know that I've been working with you for the last couple of years and stuff, and so I'm looking forward to working with you guys on April 18th. We're going to go into this weekend here, and then we also have our Little Priest Tribal College students, so we'll go into the dates that these powwows are going to happen. All right, so first up is the University of South Dakota. So if ladies, if you can oblige us here, we'll ask you some questions and we'll kind of go from there. This is the 52nd year, making it one of the longest running student-led powwows in the region. How has this event changed from its early days to now being held at the Coyote Sports Center? I believe that's where it's going to be held. Is that correct?
Yep, so this year and for the past couple of running years, it's been located at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center. And starting from the very beginning and looking back in our archives, we found that the Wachipi actually started in the basement of one of an older buildings on campus. So being able to bring this Wachipi up to as big as it is now is really a great thing.
Definitely. Wow. From going from the basement to the Stanford Center. Does this year have a specific theme or anything?
Yes, our theme for this year is Under the Star Nation, Generations Rising, and it's kind of just like highlighting like our ancestors and kind of like their pathways into higher education, which leads to like Native population growth and success.
Wow, thank you for that information. I do have a question for you guys, and it's regarding Upward Bound. I saw that the alumni dinner is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Upward Bound program. Can you talk about the impact the program has been bringing to Native students from places like Pine Ridge, Rosebud, and around here? I know that when I was in high school, a lot of people went to Upward Bound. Was you ladies part of the Upward Bound program?
No, unfortunately, we were not. But this year, we just wanted to focus on the Upward Bound program as our theme for our alumni dinner, because here at USD, it has brought hundreds of Native Americans from all around South Dakota. And this year actually is pretty memorable because this is our biggest freshman incoming class of Native students USD has ever had.
Wow. So let's talk about that here. I know that the Tioshbae, which means family, we say Wajoki in Ho-Chunk, but the Tioshbae Student Council is hosted by you folks. And, is there like, how does such a big university, how does this Wachipi help Native students find their family on campus?
So like Tioshbae is the Lakota word for like extended family, and so we kind of like embrace that within like the Native students here at USD. It like we have like a special place called the Native American Culture Center, which is like located on campus. It's not very far from like the class locations and dorms, but basically it's kind of a place where students feel welcome. They have like a place to study, connect with other people. Having this place on campus kind of has that impact on Native success and like student growth throughout the years.
Nice. Thank you for that information. So you see what we're trying to do here. We're combining University of Iowa, University of South Dakota, and I know we have a lot of dancers, a lot of singers from our area, Sioux City. We have a lot of dancers and singers from Winnebago, Macy, Walt Hill, Rosalie, wherever you want to call it and stuff. Even the Ponca tribe has a lot of dancers and that tune into our radio show. So we want to say thank you for your time. Real quick here, Moses, if you can help me out, I'm going to have you switch. If you can sit in that chair right quick, I have our head lady dancer for this weekend's University of South Dakota, and we appreciate her time, but we want to give her an opportunity to tell the folks to see what's going on for this weekend's University of South Dakota. It's going to be this weekend. Do you have that flyer? I believe we have the flyer, but go ahead and give us your introduction here, our head lady dancer for this weekend.
Hanapi hinikarigi wino Ho-Chunk Rajara Mahiska Winga Hingaire Anaga Maikate Rajara Kerwolf Hingaire. Hello everybody, I greet you. My Ho-Chunk name is White Cloud Woman. My English name is Kara Wolf, and I am the head woman dancer this weekend at USD Powwow.
So this is not your first time being the head lady dancer. You were the homecoming celebration. I was the master of ceremonies, and I think the poster's right behind you. But
I can take that with me.
What are you excited about for this weekend? And then invite the folks out there that might want to think about coming up.
So this weekend is special. It's always I feel like the spring powwow set off the summer. It gets everyone ready. Say you need to update your regalia. This is a perfect time. Get you warmed up, get your legs going. The summer season pops off. Every weekend is a powwow, so you're on the go. So I really like the spring powwows. It always starts with the USD in April, and then it starts to go into UNL graduation powwow. And now we have Little Priest graduation powwow, so it's really exciting. USD is nice. It's humongous. It has enough seats for everybody. No one feels too crowded. It brings in everyone from South Dakota, from Nebraska, Iowa. We always try to go as a family. I have a lot of relatives that graduated from USD, friends that graduated from USD. So we're always supporting this powwow. This has always been an exciting time for us.
Definitely. Are you having a special or anything like that?
I am having a special. I am having a women's northern traditional versus women's southern traditional, all ages. So from the tiny tots to the elders, it'll be all ages. We're going to pick, half and half, kind of have a battle royale between the traditional categories. Okay. Nice. And then we'll have our top 5.
All right. Now, ladies from USD, give us the details. When is it a 2-day celebration, 1-day, grand entry times? Go for it.
Yeah, so to start off, on Friday, the doors open at 5 p.m. for our Native alumni dinner. And then it's a full weekend thing. So starting bright and early on Saturday morning.
At 10 a.m. Registration ends at noon. And then our first grand entry is at 1 p.m. And following 7 p.m. is our second grand entry. And then going into Sunday at 1 p.m. as well as our first grand entry, or first and only grand entry for Sunday.
Nice. Okay. Do we have arts and crafts vendors?
Oh, yes. We have vendors from all over, some of which include handmade jewelry. We have vendors that are providing the material to make really whatever you want. We have arts and crafts. We have, oh my goodness, we just have so many. So you'll just have to come and find out.
Yep.
Very nice. Thank you for that information. Is there anything else that you guys want to make mention of your guys' celebrations coming up this weekend?
I always want to shout out to USD Powell. It's always a go-to for us because if we needed furs or leather or a new belt for jingle dress dancers, USD has the best vendors every single year, and I always recommend anybody that needs supplies, get to USD Powell. They're always limited. It's always up on top. I was like, and you always find the best selection.
Definitely. Awesome, man. This is really exciting. I'm getting excited for these celebrations that are coming up. So, ladies, you're more than welcome to stay on. I know that here, is there anything else that you want to make mention as you're going to invite our head man dancer for Little Priest Tribal College to come back up?
Oh, yes. Come back up to USD Powell.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody come to USD Powell, come dance. It's always a good time, from the littles to the elders. Also I'm pretty sure there's a lot of booth informations for USD as well, and all the groups to come. They always advertise very well too. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming on up and making time to join us here today. We'll see you this weekend.
Yes. See you this weekend.
Thank you.
Yes, for sure. All right. I'd like to turn our attention to the University of Iowa. And I got Joe, I got Sophia here. And go ahead and talk about your guys' celebration.
Yeah, thank you, Garan. So you can make all the powwows that have been talked about today because they're happening on different weekends. So in 2 Saturdays from now, we are super excited to share with our community here in Iowa City and then also Native communities all across Turtle Island. Our powwow is happening in the University of Iowa field house here. So what that means is we have rooms reserved at the Heartland Inn in a nearby hotel. We have the ability to have discounted rooms for people who are traveling out of town. You can find the link to those on our website at uiowa.powwow.edu. And people start arriving in on Friday. We'll have dances all day Saturday, and we're super excited to share what our team has been working on it's been like 8 months now.
Definitely appreciate all the hard work that you guys have been doing. I know last year, excuse me, you guys were working on it, and then there was a couple of things that the administration changed, and so I'm glad it's back online. Sophia, what does this powwow mean to you, coming from where you're coming from? But let us know your background, Sophia, for those that never seen you before. But I know who you are and everything too. But go ahead, Sophia.
Well, it's Sophie. Sorry.
Sophie.
But planning this powwow is I don't know, it's mean a lot to me because I remember growing up and coming to University of Iowa and going to their powwow. So now being a part of planning it is, I don't know, it makes my heart all warm. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I'm from Tama, so the powwow is just right over the hill for me. It's an hour 20 away. So my amazing team here has put in a lot of work, and we're super excited for this powwow coming up.
One of the things is that usually grand entry takes place at 1 p.m. I noticed, tell us about the time change.
Yeah, so we're making it a little bit earlier this year because we recognize that our partners with the university, who have been really generous in donating their space, only really want to be at their space until the time where it closes. So
gotcha.
With having our space donated generously by Rec Services, we decided that we can shift grand entry just a little bit to make sure we're being good partners. Definitely.
So, Sophie, is there any specials or anything like that? Your head man dancer and head lady dancer.
Yes, our head man dancer and our head lady dancer is, they're both alumni from the university. So Aubrey Roberts, she graduated last year. She's going to have a jingle special. So all you jinglers, come on out.
There you go.
It'll be fun. Our head man dancer, Lorenzo Snyder, he is also alumni. He graduated a really long time ago. He's a doctor now, but he's putting on an amazing grass dance special. So all you grass dancers coming out to the University of Iowa, we'll have some great specials for you.
Awesome. This
And
is
can I tell a quick story?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Garan. So to spread the word for the powwow here in Iowa City, we've been having this programming series. And one of our events that we did just a couple weekends ago was like a powwow preview. We partnered with the Children's Museum, and we invited some young people who are dancers with the Meskwaki Nation to come up and share their regalia and dance with the young people here in Iowa City. And while we were here and just celebrating the space together, this little girl and her mom walked up to me. And this little girl shared that she had this beautiful jingle dress that her grandmother made for her. And her grandma is now in the spirit world. But she said that this powwow that she'll be at will be the first time she actually gets to perform in her jingle dress at the special.
Nice. What a story. What a story. So if you have an opportunity, make sure you mark your calendars. University of South Dakota coming up this weekend. University of Iowa. We have a lot of people that are alumni of University of Iowa, and we'll be over there. So come on over and have yourself a good time. Celebrate. I know that we have some other people that are online. They might have some mic problems and stuff. Joe, do you mind mentioning them? If they want to say anything.
Yeah, I'd like to just highlight some of my good friends who have been on this journey with us. We have Egan Greenwald, who's a junior with the university, will be next year's NASA president, and has been just instrumental in creating all of our advertising for the event and really using his design eye to make a aesthetically beautiful event.
Good job. Yeah, give you kudos, man. The website and everything looks awesome.
And then we have Jose, who is a sophomore with the university. And is your mic working, Jose? Why don't you introduce yourself, my friend?
Hi, I'm Jose. I am a second-year physics, astronomy, and mathematics major, and I serve as the treasurer for the POW committee.
All right, Jose. Now, I really am proud of the student-led organizations from University of South Dakota to Little Priest Tribal College. We have their head staff here, and University of Iowa. And it's very important that we still celebrate our culture, that we have the spaces to recognize our graduates, our native graduates. It's so hard for a lot of our college students, especially our native college students, and for an opportunity to set a couple hours aside to spend with them. I think you guys are going to have a graduation ceremony that's going to be, maybe tell the viewers about that.
Yes, so we're having a graduation ceremony. This year we have 2 native graduates. There's this really beautiful bead worker out in Tama who makes graduation caps for the graduates. So those will be shared, and we'll have just a few words talking about how it's important that, as we go out into the real working world, to remember the special connections that we formed here and stay grounded in our community. So I'm really grateful for all the people I've been able to meet, and I can't wait to take them with me.
These Little Priest Tribal College is the first time it's going to have a powwow celebration to honor their graduates. I think they had something in the past. I know when Cassie was there, they used to do round dances and stuff. But is there any advice or any words of encouragement that you have for our Little Priest Tribal College students here?
You're doing what you're supposed to do. So we're all on the good path together, and we're just so grateful here in Iowa City, knowing that as sometimes the good path feels like it's a lot of work, that There's people just like you out with Little Priest. There's people with the University of South Dakota doing the work in all of our corners of the world. So we're grateful for that, and we're grateful for you too.
Sophie?
I would just say keep it up. You're doing a good thing, and I don't know, just keep it up.
Yeah, for sure. Jose?
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. I know that I have a gentleman here that's going to be, I believe, our arena director for this year's celebration and stuff. But after he's done with Little Priest, he mentioned that he wanted to go to the University of Iowa, and you guys might have some relation there. Sophie, is we have Mr. Snowball in the house here that's going to be our arena director. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so he's going to study. So Little Priest Tribal College is a 2-year. You get your associates, and then you earn your way on to go get your bachelor's, your 4-year degree. And I know at the university, you folks are pursuing your guys' degrees, master's degrees, and doctor's degrees over there as well. So I'm glad that this conversation has happened. It all aligned, the stars, the moons, and everything, so that we can do this. I'm really looking forward to working with your student organization as we head on over there. And you guys have asked me to, and it's an honor to be one of the master ceremonies for your celebration. And I'll try to do the best of my abilities, as you guys put a lot of effort into your celebrations. Every student organization that is forming these powwows, I tip my hat to you. I know that the University of Nebraska Lincoln is going to be having a powwow celebration, and hopefully we get somebody on to talk about that. But thank you, and we really appreciate it. Now, I know that we got done with March Madness last night, and we had a little rivalry right there with Nebraska and Iowa. You guys got the best of us and stuff, but we're not going to mention that this on the 18th, all right?
We will today, though. But we're going to mention it today, though.
You folks have a good day. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for having us, and thank you for listening.
Definitely. All right, so we are going to join right in now is go ahead and give us your introduction. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for being up here and stuff. First time on Little Big Voice Radio, but we have the Little Priest Tribal College. So we'll start on over here, and we'll make our way on over there. Go ahead and give us your introduction.
Habadakiapi, Leila Ampatita Machiapi, Naha Yuha Chante Washte Na Pechu Zape Ixto. Hello, friends and relatives. My name is Leila Petit. My Lakota name is Oyate Wichagla Amaniwi. I am the head woman dancer for the Little Priest graduation powwow. I've been dancing since I was 2 years old, and this is the first time I've been given an opportunity like this, so I'm super excited.
Miss Petit, appreciate you coming on. And you forgot to mention, I want to send a congratulations, and everybody give her a round of applause, but she is the 2025-26 AHEC Student of the Year, right?
I am, yes.
Appreciate it. Congratulations. That is awesome, man. That
Thank
is
you so
right
much.
here. And I know that I got to see the pictures of you at AHEC. I think I was in Bismarck this year, and the team did an awesome job. You yourself. Congratulations on your award. Looking forward to that. Good introduction. We also have.
My name is Junior Snowball. My first year at Little Priest Tribal College, and I'm studying in business. And for the powwow, I'm the arena director, so I've never done anything like that before, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, thank you for being on, man. So, and you said you're studying, what was it again?
Business.
Business. All right. Continuing on.
Oh, my name is Moses Warner. I am a student at Little Priest Tribal College. This will be my last year after that I graduate, but I am happy. I appreciated that they asked me to be head man dancer. This is my first time ever doing something like that, and I really appreciate them asking me to do that for them.
Thank you for that good introduction, and congratulations on your years of Little Priest Tribal College. And we were asking before we went on over the air what you plan on doing after you get your degree and stuff, and you said you want to see the world. So yeah, that is awesome, man. So tell us about, when is this celebration going to be?
It'll be on
I believe it's going to be on a Friday, right?
yeah, Friday.
May 8th, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah,
and stuff, but
May 8th.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it over to you folks. Go ahead and if you guys have some information to give us, so that we can mark it in our calendars. The people have their calendars out, and
Right. The graduation powwow is Friday, May 8th. It's from 3 to 6. We're going to have a community meal, and we're just excited to get everybody involved.
I like it because Little Priest, the mission behind it, be strong, educate my children.
Yes.
And in that powwow circle as well, is that you folks have an opportunity to be some of the principals. And what they're trying to do is get you ready for the next step. You know, wherever you go, maybe we'll give you online if you're at the University of South Dakota or Iowa, Lincoln, UNL, wherever it may be and stuff, is that once you get those degrees, you'll always have them. Nobody can take them away from you. You know, I could steal a car, I could steal something, you know what I mean? But nobody can reach into your brain and take that degree out of there. They don't have expiration dates either. Once you have that degree, you'll have it for your lifetime and stuff. So I wanted to say thank you that you guys are pursuing that. You guys are making us proud. I think one of the things on that is like, whoever the committee is, I believe John, Denise, the whole crew up there, President, they had that thought and feeling, and they seen in you that you will be one of our leaders, so arena directors. I was always taught as the MC that the arena director is in control of that powwow circle. So you do your best of your abilities, and you got a good father figure that can help you definitely in that knowledge and stuff, you know, and even your choka, Tom, you know, so that's very awesome and stuff. And then your dad, I know he dances and stuff, and you said you never got asked to be a head man dancer before, so I'm excited to see you in that arena leading all our dancers, and you know, you as well, you know, Miss Petite, in your academics, you're thriving, you're striving and stuff, and this is the next step that you'll be our head lady dancer. Big responsibilities, but I think you guys are up to the task, and I want to say I'm proud of you folks and stuff. So is there anything else that you guys want to make mention and kind of give us how's it going at Little Priest?
Sure. I graduated last year with my associate's degree in biology, and this May I will be graduating again with my second degree in Indigenous health.
Wow.
Thank you. Little Priest has been like a huge stepping stone for me, and has given me a lot of opportunities. I am president of the Student Senate, and I just wanted to make a mention that Student Senate will be having their own special. We wanted to give appreciation to our staff and faculty specifically, so we'll have a little dance off for them with some cash prizes and plaques.
Oh, okay. All right. So my money is on what's his name? The guy. What's his name? Dang. I don't know. We're gonna have to. Are we gonna have some jam sessions and stuff? John, you're gonna have to get him queued up and stuff. Appreciate John Snowball for helping us out from Little Priest Tribal College. But Junius, you got anything to add?
Like how's it going?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm definitely happy with my decision to go to Little Priest. I made a lot of new friends, got to do a lot of new things, stuff for my resume, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm also a treasurer on Student Senate. So.
Good job, man. That's a lot of people, employers especially, they look at that when they thinking about hiring somebody, and that might just set you just a little bit when you go into your career field and stuff, you know. So business is a good major to get into, as all majors that they offer up there at Little Priest is something that, especially if you're pursuing your secondary education. Tell me about AHEC. I know that, you guys got an opportunity. How did that go? I wanted to ask you folks and stuff. What'd you guys think?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was real good.
Definitely.
Yeah. Help us out.
Yeah, no. It was definitely fun, like, you know, learning hand games, getting to know how to do everything, and then, like, also just the energy there. I really enjoyed that part of it, and, you know, we did really good. We got 4th place, and, you know, I'm happy with the results and everything about that.
You guys dropped your first game and then battled all the way through.
Yeah.
30 what? 32 teams or something like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. They call them TCUs and stuff, man. But what was your thoughts?
AHEC was a month ago, and it gave a lot of leadership opportunities. It was super exciting and definitely something that I miss already. To end the AHEC weekend, they brought in a comedian, and he was throwing jokes around, and he mentioned that our students there at Little Priest reminded him of the Goonies. So I'm very proud to be a part of that squad, actually.
Crazy. All right, what was this? I wanted to give you an opportunity. How's it going at Little Priest Tribal College?
It's been good. It's
Yeah.
been real good. They helped me out, helped me get there. A little bit of trouble here and there with some of the assignments, but I got there.
Yeah, that's good.
It was real good.
Good to hear. A lot of support. I know that they just have the carpentry opening. The Deer Clan building just recently opened, and we were there to cover that. That's issues going to be coming up in the Winnebago and the news. You'll see some pictures in there. But if there's parents out there, and I'm a parent, I have some seniors that are going to be graduating. My twins are graduating this year and stuff. But is there anything that you want to say to them? Encouragement or maybe a recruitment for Little Priest Tribal College?
I would say, like, I mean, it's a good decision. Like, you're gonna be debt free after both your years, and then all the money you get from scholarships just goes straight to you. So.
Oh, dang. I did not know that. Okay, all right.
I'd say, like, definitely take advantage of the opportunities at Little Priest Tribal College. I mean, I just like to think of it as something that you're never going to regret, because you're just constantly working towards yourself. And you know, as you said, like the degrees that you'll earn is something that they can never take from you. And I'm stepping off of Little Priest debt free, and it's something that I could never repay, you know.
Mm-hmm. What was this?
Go for it. Go to college, make something better of yourself. An old saying that I always keep it to myself: a warrior's strongest weapon that he can ever have is his mind. Sharpen your mind and you'll do anything.
Wow, nice words, man. That's amazing, and this is coming from our youth. Little Priest also offers opportunities for what they call non-traditional students. Is that somebody that maybe got into the workforce right after high school and found out later that they want to go back in? And I know that you embrace those folks that want to do that to improve their education and secondary education and stuff. So we look forward to many conversations. I would invite you folks to come back up before May 8th, and let's discuss what's going to be specifically happening at that honoring the graduates celebration. Little Priest Tribal College, May 8th, 2026. Last question I have for you folks is, where's it going to be held?
Veterans Memorial Park.
Yeah.
Veterans Memorial Park is the place to be. All righty. Good job, guys.
I do got one thing to say before you guys go. The advice I got from my dad, man, you can do anything you want as long as you put your mind to it.
Exactly.
If you believe you can do it, you'll do it. It's all up to you. It's the confidence that you have inside yourself to get that mission accomplished, like you guys going to school. You know, I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely proud of you guys. Thank you, guys. You guys have a good day. Little Priest Tribal College, May 8th. I'm excited to be at that celebration as well. It's going to be a good time.
You know what I'm excited for is they're utilizing the power grounds a little bit more. You know, I love it that they're having another powwow there, because I think we got the best power grounds in the country.
Coming from a veteran yourself, being a
Oh,
combat
and we're
veteran.
improving. There's going to be a statue put up. There's going to be a wall put up. I mean, we're going to honor the was it the 72 Warriors with Company A?
Nice.
So I mean, that's all coming up in the works. So
Definitely. We didn't stay tuned for that announcement. The Winnebago Homecoming Celebration Committee has been hard at work, and their announcement, hopefully they debut the details on the Big Voice Radio Show. Folks, it is time come. I really appreciate everybody coming on. We went a little long and stuff, but we don't have no commercials or anything like that, so we're good to go. Are you guys ready for What Would You Do? Are you ready for this? I need to get
I'm all ready for the joke of the day.
Can somebody make me like a little jingle? Like, what would you do? What would you do? What would you do? Kevin is not impressed at all with my singing voice. That's why I just talk. I don't sing, but I need a jingle for it. Part 3. You ready for this? Kevin, are you ready? I'm gonna need your help. We're going to let this simmer. We're going to pose the what would you do question. Then we're going to go to the rant. We're going to go to the joke and the good relative. And then if anybody comments, this is a big voicer submission. This is really cool because last time, just to recap, I asked the big voicers, and I appreciate all the comments. I've been reading them. It's pretty cool. What would you do if you won a grand jackpot off somebody else's $40? The consensus was everybody said go half. What'd you think? Halfers. But
Nope.
you didn't you say if you shelled out $40 that you say, hey, if you
half,
whatever
yeah.
you win, I get half.
Yeah.
So you're in that boat, right? Too, right?
Yeah,
you said-
but if I won the 10 grand, I wouldn't give half. That's only if I loan you the money.
I did ask you 2 questions. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna say any names, but here is this week's What Would You Do? Wood, WWUD. Dear Big Voice, I was recently asked to go on a date by a guy from another town. It was an upscale restaurant and everything was going great. He was funny, charismatic. It seemed like we had gotten into a really deep conversation about life's goals, okay? Well, we wrapped up our dinner. The waiter comes over and asks if we need anything else. My date says, no, we don't need anything else. That was delicious. Could you split the check? Could you split the check? And it goes to say that everybody in the restaurant, the waiter and everybody kind of like, you ever see in those movies where it goes, you know, and it like everybody just kind of looked, dun, dun, dun. It seemed like everybody in the restaurant turned to me to see what my reaction would be. So, Big Voicers, what would you do? Is splitting the bill on the first date a total deal breaker? Or does it matter because he invited her out to the upscale restaurant? I don't know what's up there in Sioux City and stuff. It might be, what are some of those upscale places and stuff? You know, they got
Cahill's Chop House.
Yeah,
that's the only restaurant in Sioux City I want to go to.
Is this? So I've been off the dating scene for a long time. I mean, yeah. I don't date, right? Because I've been married for so many years and stuff like that. So is this the modern way of doing things? What would you do? What
I myself, if I invited you, I plan to pay.
Yeah.
But,
We're not gonna.
But I would not have a problem with you offering to pay half. It's not a deal breaker for me.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. So what would you?
I thought that's what the question was. Do you have a problem with them wanting to pay half?
No. So he tells the waiter. He invites her to the date, and he tells the waiter, "Do you need anything else?" The waiter says, "Comes over and says, do you need anything else?" He goes, "No, that was delicious. It was great. Can you go ahead and split the bill?"
I say that's wrong. Whoever invites the person out, they pay.
Wait, okay, so where is this in the rule book? Tell me, where do I find this?
Page 9, section 2, paragraph 4. I don't know.
So is it the modern way of doing things?
So you had a rule book back in your day?
Why? What would you do? I mean, this is a real life scenario. She needs help here. Like, is it a deal?
I'd say no problem. I have to go to the restroom,
and then head out
and bolt.
You're done. Like
done. I don't know. It depends on what time of night it is, how many beers I had.
You cannot say IDK on this section of what would you do. There's no IDKs allowed and stuff. But anyways, so that was today's what would you do. Are you guys? Is that just a modern way to doing things? Should she not think about it? Because they did hit it off. He was charismatic. He was funny. They got in a big deep conversation. Could be the next husband, whatever it may be, and stuff like that. But he just says, split the bill. That's crazy. All right. So we're going to go into the rant of the day. You got one?
My rant of the day is all the stuff I see online about tipping.
Okay.
You know, tipping your waitress. I have no problem with tipping, but I mean, if you're going to a high school restaurant and they're charging $500-$600, I think they should pay their waitress and waiter staff more, because I mean, so some of us want to get a nice meal, but we can't afford. You know, I can't afford a $500 bill. You know, they want $100.
Let me tell you something. Listen to me. We used to live off tips. Ashley was a poker dealer. Yeah. And when somebody won like the big jackpots or big poker tournaments and stuff, and they pulled off $5, man, that was tough, right?
Yeah.
But you're saying you have a solution is that if you have an upscale restaurant and your bill is $500, instead of expecting that 30% off, what is the
they say the average decent one is 20%.
Okay, so 20% of 500, like $125, right, or something like that, a little bit less, right? But so your bill would be $650. You're saying that restaurant instead of giving that waiter $150, because you had a story, right, in Germany?
Well, yeah, in Germany and in other Australia. I mean, they're you're not allowed to tip. It's an insult. It's saying that they didn't do good enough, so that you have to get paid more. So I mean, to them, it's an insult if you tip.
That's a good rant.
And I like it. I mean, it was hard to get used to at first. I mean, I don't, in me, I leave $5. A majority of the time I leave $5.
Yeah.
I mean, when my bill's $16, a lot of times if I got my 2 kids with me, I'll leave $5. Because I know, they could use it. But I mean, I tip well on that end. But then when you get to 100, 200, no, I don't want to tip more than I get paid.
Interesting.
That's right. I guess that's right where I cut it off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, good rant. It made me think. So we'll kind of go from there. All right. You have not told me this joke, but we got today's joke of the day. Go for it. Kevin MC Eves, what you got?
All right. Why didn't the skeletons fight?
Why didn't the skeletons fight?
Yep.
They had no guts. I don't know.
Yep.
Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Did I get it right? Damn. All right. We're going to go on to the good relative of the day. Do you have one?
You first.
Okay. I want to really appreciate everybody that's given us. There's been a good response to what would you do? Encouragement. Really appreciate everybody that has been feeding us the encouragement and stuff. There's a lot of things that are happening in the world. You talk about Iran and all this and that and stuff, but let's check on our relatives. So we had Kikiji Day coming on up here, and that's what we need to do. So my good relative of the day is somebody that's going to check on their relative that they haven't checked on in a while. Just send them a text to say, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Are you doing okay? Or how's everything going and stuff? Because that could go a long way. So in advance, the good relatives that do that, I want to say thank you. You're my good relative of the day.
Do you do that? Do you do that often? Do you check on people?
No, I don't.
See, I do.
Do you?
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, a couple people. I mean, one of them's in recovery and is struggling real bad. Other ones that's I just worry about them. They're always bros. They're always. But yeah.
My mom would tell you she was sitting here and say, do you check on people? And I said, yeah, I do. Of course, I'm going to practice what I preach and stuff like that. I need to practice what I preach, right? So I need to start texting people and asking them how they do. And so I will lead by example. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm going to try what I say and stuff.
And, it's a little different now, too, with Facebook, man. Because I remember putting out a post one time. I was a newly single father, and I had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I was struggling. I mean, I was 48 years old, and I got these 2 young kids on my own, and I put out there that I was struggling, man. And I had 4 or 5 bros come by the house just because of that post. And I hold them. I just talked to one the other day, man. So, you know what? I mean, he's struggling, man. He just got evicted from his house, and and I told him, I said, man, I remember I posted one time, man. I said, you know what? You were the first ones to come through and say, hey, man, what do you need?
Yeah.
And I just needed a bro. I just needed somebody to say, you know what? You're worth it, man. I mean, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you don't feel that way. I mean, people always tell me what a great father I am, but I'm like, I think of all the mistakes I made. I don't think of all the good things I do. I think of all the places where I messed up. I mean, does my kid got lice? How did they get? Is it my fault? Just other little things, man. But sometimes they can build up to make a good person feel bad.
That's good words, man. Yeah, that is good.
Just came up with it.
Yeah, you need to be on the radio.
I might try that sometime.
Did we have any responses to anybody of my questions?
Right there. on your screen.
Okay, let's see, right. Let's see. Oh, I would laugh it off. Let him know I'm talking about that joke. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. And then appreciate the comments there. They're also the big voicers that are.
A big comment one was everybody needs family to check on.
Yeah. That is cool, man.
To check on them. I'm sorry. I missed the last word on that. But yeah.
But here's the other thing, too, is like we had the University of South Dakota on, the University of Iowa, Little Priest Tribal College. They got these celebrations coming up. So hang in there. I know that a lot of times when it's cold weather, we stay inside. Like Cassie was making mention, some of the signs is like we like to isolate, we like to be by ourselves and stuff, you know. But I would challenge everybody just to say, hey, let's go along. I remember one of my grandmas saying that I'm going to ask your mom to go to a powwow. And my mom was like, I kind of comfortable at home and I don't really want to go to a powwow. But she went to the powwow and she enjoyed it. She heard the drum beat. She got to see relatives. They made jokes. They made new memories and stuff. So that's what I'm trying to say is like sometimes we just need a little nudge and stuff. Are you going to go to the powwow this weekend?
Okay. You know what while we're sitting here talking about all this, have you ever, you heard of the warrior kettle?
Yeah.
Do you know what that does?
For you, I mean.
For everybody, anybody. It's not just, I mean, but it's a healing kettle. People go there and it's been known to heal people. You go there with depression, you know, and they help you, you know, and that's what they talk about, you know, the war stories, you know, you get a veteran stand up talk, but really it's a healing ceremony for people. And it really does help people. I mean, they've had people come in, I was here a year ago and I couldn't walk, I had to use a walker. I come to the warrior kettle and, you know, within a week or two, I was able to start walking again, you know what I mean? And just stuff like that, just, you know, miraculous, you know.
Does it happen once a year?
No, it's the Wednesday before powwow.
Oh.
That's the only time we have it.
Okay.
Before the homecoming celebration for the...
Yep.
It's that powwow.
Yep. Okay. So what would you do? Yeah.
And where's your joke?
We're running long on time here, so... He had no guts. Oh man, that's a good one. That is a good one. Tee-hee.
You know, our question of the issue, you talked about your son, you know, and the jokes, and that's when you can go home and tell him. I thought about you because I read about 3 or 4 this morning, and I thought, I don't know, you'll like that one.
Yeah, I am.
There's one about the weatherman, you know. Can't get mad at the weatherman because he'll give you you can get all 4 seasons in a day. He'll be wrong by noon.
That is a good one, especially after last night about 11 o'clock. I was sitting there and I had UConn picked. Who'd you have?
Who won?
Michigan.
I think I was going with Michigan. I got a really good friend. He's a big Michigan fan, and I normally root against him. But since UConn was 1 of 3 out of the last 4 years, I was going for Michigan.
So you jumped on the bandwagon?
Yep.
Yeah, you've seen it here, guys. You've seen it firsthand. But man, Michigan had like a guy that is unfair. He was like 9 feet tall. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, but he couldn't make a bucket to save his life in first quarter.
I thought you said you didn't watch it.
I watched it till halftime, and then it was, I don't know.
How tall is that guy? Is he the tallest?
7'4".
Oh my goodness, man. He looked like those 6'9" guys who are trying to, you know, all you had to do is just go like this.
I can't remember where I was at where I just met a guy 7 foot.
How can you not score with him? But congratulations to Michigan.
I don't see how he missed those.
I'm sure we're going to be seeing all the Michigan fans reappear. They haven't won it for 32 years, but however long. Anyways, we got to get off the air. Hey, you folks have a good afternoon. We appreciate you tuning in to Winnebago Talks on every Tuesday. This is Big Voice Radio, 100.9 FM, MC Eves, DJ Guaranteed. And if you guys need any help or anything like that, let us know. Reach out to us. Make sure you subscribe to our Winnebago Big Voice YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And we'll see you down the road. You guys have a good rest of your day.